There have been some new developments with the Hyperuniverse censorship situation, and it now appears that some of Nexon America's previous comments no longer apply to this situation. Whilst previously Nexon explained that only the Western version would receive changes to various female characters' designs, alongside toning down chess physics, it has now been announced that these changes will be made to all versions of the game, including over in Korea. Over on the official forum, the CEO of developers C-Wave Soft has made a special post regarding the situation. To quote, "While looking over your current feedback, we saw some debate on the subject of censorship and thought that providing our official stance as the developer would be the fastest and best way to communicate the circumstances of the situation to you, the players. After we launched in Korea, we fiercely considered every aspect of the game: gameplay, accessibility, visibility, balance, stress factors, technical issues, etc. to determine if we were lacking in any area based on feedback from players. This process was done through C-Wave's internal discussions among various teams, planning, art, programming, etc. The result is the current version of the build that you see. Based on our internal review, we deemed that some of the artwork that is currently causing so much discussion was creating a hurdle for certain players, who find this type of artwork uncomfortable, stopping them from playing Hyperuniverse for the first time. In other words, the art in question was harming the game's accessibility. We decided in the middle of preparing for early access to change the direction of that art. The changes would also be applied to the Korean version of the game in a patch at the end of the current season on September 14th before the new season begins. So, like he has mentioned, the changes that have been made, as well as the ones discussed for the future, are now also going to be made to the Korean version, and it seems that there will no longer be any regional differences between the versions. Whilst this is a big change from what was originally being discussed, one thing has stayed the same though, and that's the reason why these changes are being made. Like the CEO explains, it was thought that the artwork may make certain players uncomfortable, and that this would harm the game's accessibility. The same reasoning was given by Nexon America, who clarified that they want to appeal to as many people as possible, and had received complaints from certain people. What isn't clear at this stage though is whether the Korean version had planned on making the same changes since the beginning, and that there had been some kind of miscommunication. Nexon however previously stated that they would be Western only. Additionally, it also isn't known whether the Korean version is making these changes due to Western feedback, or whether there had been cause for concern over in Korea as well. You can find a link in the description to the original report, which goes more into Nexon's side to all of this and their original statements about the situation. And Censored Gaming will also update the description of the previous video to clarify that these changes will now be made to all versions of the game.